Imagine typing with your mind, seeing in the dark, lifting 200 pounds with ease, or learning a language in a day. It sounds like a viral TV show, but wearable and implantable technologies are making it real, enhancing human bodies and brains in ways once thought impossible. Welcome to the age of human augmentation. Beyond human limits, human augmentation means enhancing what the body and mind can do, going beyond biological limitations. It's about pushing the frontier of human potential, not just healing what's broken, but amplifying what's already there. For centuries, we've relied on tools to compensate for our weaknesses. Eyeglasses sharpened our blurry vision. Hearing aids gave sound back to the silent world. Even smartphones, arguably the most ubiquitous modern extension of ourselves, augment our memory, decision-making, and communication in ways that would have seemed like science fiction just decades ago. But now, the tools are becoming part of us. We're moving from external devices to integrated systems, technologies that blend with the body, the brain, and even our senses. This isn't just a technological upgrade, it's a paradigm shift. The line between human and machine is blurring. From restoring function in disabled patients to giving healthy individuals entirely new capabilities, human augmentation is not just about recovery anymore. It's about enhancement. It's about becoming more than what nature alone gave us. Consider the evolution. First, we leaned on crutches. Then we designed prosthetic limbs. Today, we're building robotic arms controlled by brain signals, with dexterity that rivals, or even exceeds, what a biological limb can do. We're talking about exoskeletons that help paraplegics walk again, cochlear implants that let the deaf hear, brain-computer interfaces that allow paralyzed individuals to type with their thoughts. And this transformation? It's happening fast. Advancements that once took decades are now arriving in years, sometimes months. We're witnessing the convergence of neuroscience, bioengineering, and artificial intelligence in ways that are accelerating progress exponentially. Human augmentation is no longer a distant possibility. It's rapidly becoming a present reality. This matters because it forces us to ask bold questions. What does it mean to be human in a world where our minds can be upgraded and our bodies rebuilt? Who gets access to these enhancements and who gets left behind? As the boundaries of our natural bodies dissolve, we're entering an age where biology is no longer destiny. The future of human potential is being rewritten, one augmentation at a time. Wearables, intelligence on the skin. Wearable tech is the first wave of human augmentation. Devices you can strap on, slip into, or stick to your skin that enhance how you move, think, or sense the world around you. These aren't just gadgets. They're gateways to new dimensions of ability and awareness. They sit at the intersection of biology and technology, bringing intelligence directly to the body's surface. The innovations are remarkable and multiplying fast. Take exoskeletons, mechanical suits that can restore movement to people who've lost it, or give ordinary individuals extraordinary strength. They're being used in rehabilitation clinics to help stroke victims walk again. On factory floors, they assist workers by offloading the strain of lifting heavy equipment. For soldiers, they offer endurance and protection on the battlefield. It's wearable muscle, precise, adaptive, and tireless. Then there are smart glasses, lightweight eyewear equipped with heads-up displays, real-time translation, and contextual information overlays. These devices can turn a foreign street sign into readable text, translate speech on the fly, or show crucial technical data to engineers and surgeons while they work, all without breaking eye contact with the world. Neurotrackers are another frontier. These headbands and sensors monitor brain activity, giving real-time feedback on focus, mental fatigue, and emotional state. Students use them to optimize learning. Professionals use them to manage stress. Athletes use them to train the mind like a muscle. Your own thoughts, once private and unmeasurable, are now becoming data streams you can understand and control. But here's the key. These tools don't just help, they amplify. Wearables are not merely compensating for a loss or weakness. They're enhancing what's already there. They create feedback loops between our bodies and machines, giving us faster reactions, sharper insights, and new forms of perception. They turn the body into a platform for apps. And unlike implants or genetic modifications, wearables are accessible and adjustable, an entry point into the world of augmentation that anyone can explore. And this is only the beginning. As wearables become smaller, smarter, and more seamlessly integrated into our lives, they set the stage for the next evolution, merging with our biology itself. Implantable, merging man and machine. The next level of human augmentation goes deeper, literally. This is where we move beneath the skin, beyond the wearable, and into direct integration with our bodies. Implantables are technologies surgically embedded within us, creating a seamless interface between man and machine. These devices don't just work with us, they become part of us, operating at the level of nerves, muscles, and even thought. Unlike wearables, which sit on the surface, implantables reach into the body's internal systems, where they can interpret signals, deliver responses, and fundamentally change how we function. The most ambitious and perhaps the most transformative are brain-computer interfaces, or BCIs. Companies like Neuralink and Synchron are pioneering this field, creating tiny implants that lets a user control machines with their thoughts alone. No joysticks, no keyboards, just pure neural intent translated into action. In clinical trials, paralyzed patients have used BCIs to move robotic limbs, type messages, or navigate digital environments, using only their minds. The technology is still in its early stages, but the implications are staggering. Imagine unlocking smartphones, piloting drones, or interacting with digital assistants, all through neural commands. But BCIs are just one part of the implantable revolution. There are cochlear implants that restore hearing for the deaf by bypassing damaged parts of the ear and sending signals directly to the auditory nerve. Retinal implants aim to restore limited vision for the blind by stimulating the retina or optic nerve. For many, these devices don't just enhance life, they give it back. Then there are neurostimulators, small implants placed in the brain or spine that help manage chronic conditions. They can reduce tremors in Parkinson's patients, ease treatment-resistant depression, or interrupt pain signals in those suffering from intractable pain. Controlled by algorithms or external devices, these implants act like internal regulators, smart, responsive, and personalized. The sci-fi dream of mind-controlled technology? It's already FDA approved in some cases. What we're witnessing is a profound shift. Machines that don't just assist us, but merge with us. Implantables mark the beginning of a new era, where enhancement doesn't wear off or power down. It lives inside us, continuously upgrading what it means to be human. Restoration to enhancement. What began as a mission to restore lost function is rapidly evolving into something much more ambitious: enhancement. Human augmentation no longer stops at fixing what's broken. It now aims to surpass nature's limitations. We've crossed a threshold where the goal is not just to return to normal, but to redefine what normal even means. Take the modern prosthetic limb. Not long ago, a high-tech prosthetic arm might have offered basic grip functions, enough to pick up a cup or hold a pen. That alone was revolutionary for those who needed it. But today, we've entered a new realm. These arms are no longer passive tools. They're intelligent, adaptive, and customizable. A prosthetic arm today can do far more than mimic a natural limb. It can sense texture and temperature using embedded sensors that transmit tactile feedback to the user's nervous system. Imagine being able to tell silk from sandpaper or detect whether a drink is hot or cold through an artificial hand. It can react faster than a natural limb, thanks to direct neural or muscle-based controls. Machine learning algorithms can anticipate movement patterns, delivering split-second responses that rival or even exceed human reflexes. It can also be upgraded like software. Need a stronger grip for lifting weights? Want to fine-tune the range of motion for a specific task? There's an app for that. This shift from restoration to enhancement is a defining moment in the evolution of human-machine integration. It's not just about catching up to biology, it's about surpassing it. Engineers and designers are now asking, why settle for replication when we can innovate? We're seeing the same pattern across multiple technologies. Cochlear implants that once aimed to restore basic hearing are now being optimized for different sound environments. Brain implants that quiet tremors in Parkinson's patients are being re-engineered to enhance cognitive performance. The message is clear. We're not just fixing the body, we're upgrading it. And with every new generation of technology, the distinction between medical necessity and human enhancement continues to blur. This is the new frontier, not just healing, but elevating what it means to be human. Augmenting the mind. If the body is being upgraded, the mind is next. Cognitive enhancement isn't futuristic fantasy. It's fast becoming a scientific reality. For hundreds of years, we've relied on books, teachers, and practice to learn. Now technology is opening new pathways, directly into the brain itself. Devices are being tested and refined that can do something extraordinary, amplify how we think. Imagine tools that don't just help you focus, but train your brain to stay focused longer. Imagine studying a new language not over months, but in weeks, thanks to boosted neuroplasticity. Imagine walking into a test, not with a stack of flashcards, but with your memory already finely tuned and supercharged. This is the promise of emerging cognitive augmentation technologies. They're designed not just to treat mental disorders or neurological deficits, but to enhance performance in healthy brains. Here's what's already being explored. Devices that improve memory retention using subtle electrical pulses to stimulate the hippocampus, the brain's memory center. Early trials have shown potential in both aging populations and healthy individuals looking to learn faster. Tools that boost attention span, particularly through AI-powered neurofeedback headsets. These systems monitor your brainwaves in real time and adjust stimulation or provide live feedback to keep you in a state of optimal focus. Systems designed to accelerate language acquisition using rhythmic neural stimulation to enhance the brain's ability to absorb and process new information. Combined with adaptive learning software, they promise to make fluency faster and more intuitive. How is this possible? The answer lies in the convergence of technologies: electrical stimulation, intelligent-driven feedback loops, and direct neural modulation. These tools use sensors to read brain activity, algorithms to interpret it, and stimulators to nudge the brain into sharper, more efficient states. The implications? Profound. What if standardized testing preparation became obsolete? What if learning wasn't about grinding hours, but fine-tuning your brain like a high-performance machine? What if mental clarity, focus, and memory could be dialed in on demand? We're on the edge of a revolution in human cognition, where intelligence isn't fixed, but fluid, upgradable, and profoundly personal. The mind is no longer just a mystery to explore. It's becoming a system to be enhanced. Real-world impact. Who's using this now? What once lived in the realm of research labs and speculative headlines is now shaping lives in hospitals, military training centers, and industrial workplaces across the globe. This is no longer theory, it's practice. In medicine, augmentation technology is transforming how we approach recovery and rehabilitation. Stroke patients are using brain-computer interfaces and robotic exoskeletons to regain motor function faster than ever before. Instead of relying solely on traditional physical therapy, some clinics now integrate smart neurostimulators and motion-tracking wearables that respond to the patient's brain signals. These systems help retrain the brain and body together, creating a more direct, accelerated path to healing. In the military, soldiers are already benefiting from tools designed to enhance cognitive and physical performance. Neurofeedback devices are being used in training programs to improve attention, decision-making under stress, and mental resilience. Smart visors and augmented reality displays provide enhanced situational awareness, allowing troops to access maps, target data, and biometric readings right in their line of sight. Some units are also testing lightweight exosuits to reduce fatigue during long missions or heavy loads. In the world of work, particularly in logistics and manufacturing, augmentation is improving safety and efficiency. Picture warehouse workers wearing exosuits that offload the stress of repetitive lifting. These wearable systems help prevent back injuries and muscle strain, allowing workers to handle physically demanding tasks for longer periods without burning out or getting hurt. Some factories have even begun pairing these suits with intelligent systems that monitor posture and suggest adjustments in real time. Across sectors, the story is the same. Augmentation is no longer experimental, it's operational. Whether it's helping someone walk again, improving battlefield readiness, or protecting workers from injury, the technology is proving itself in real-world scenarios every day. This is no longer the future, it's now. And the people using these tools aren't heroes, they're patients, workers, ordinary people, empowered in extraordinary ways. The age of human enhancement has already begun. You just have to know where to look. The ethics of superhumans. But with great power come serious questions. As human augmentation accelerates, we must confront the difficult ethical issues that arise when enhancing our physical and cognitive abilities become commonplace. Who truly benefits from these advancements, and who might be left behind? The implications extend far beyond individual lives to the very fabric of society. One critical question is accessibility. As breakthroughs in augmentation promise to redefine normalcy, we need to ask, who gets access to these enhancements? If these technologies are only available to the wealthy, or those with privileged healthcare options, they could exacerbate existing inequalities. Imagine a world where the gap between the technologically augmented and the unenhanced not only persists, but widens, creating a new social class defined by physical and intellectual superiority. This scenario raises concerns about fairness and equal opportunity in every aspect of life. Another pressing issue is the role of employers in this evolving landscape. Should companies be allowed to augment workers to increase productivity or gain a competitive edge? Similar to the hit TV show, Severance.
I give consent to sever my memories between my work life and my personal life. I acknowledge that once the procedure is complete, I will be unable to access my personal memories whilst on the severed floor.
Say gratitude.
nor will I retain work memories.
Hey!
Sorry, when I return home at the end of the day.
While some might argue that such enhancements could lead to safer and more efficient work environments, there is a risk that employers could soon expect or even require certain augmentations as a condition of employment. This could push individuals into making deeply personal choices about their bodies, not for self-improvement, but out of economic necessity, a trend that challenges our traditional notions of free will and human dignity. Furthermore, there is the question of societal expectation. What happens when enhancement shifts from being an advantage to a baseline requirement? If everyone is expected to perform at superhuman levels, the pressure to adopt augmentation could become relentless. The fear of being left behind in education, professional fields, and even social circles could coerce individuals into augmenting themselves against their will or better judgment. Such a future compels us to re-examine our definitions of talent, worth, and personal achievement. We're not just redesigning bodies, we're redesigning society. The ethical landscape of human augmentation is layered and complex, intertwining issues of socioeconomic equity, bodily autonomy, and the very nature of human identity. As we stand on the brink of this new era, robust public discourse, thoughtful regulation, and ethical oversight are essential. Only by addressing these questions head-on can we ensure that the march towards superhuman capability enriches society as a whole, rather than deepening divides or compromising humanity. What's next? The human OS. Imagine a future where your body runs like an operating system, customizable, upgradable, constantly optimized. A future where you don't just train for new skills, you download them. Where you don't go to the gym to build strength, you upgrade it. Where fading memories aren't lost forever, they get patched, like updated software. This is the vision many experts are now exploring. A world where biology and technology are no longer separate, but seamlessly fused into a single adaptive system, a kind of human OS. In this future, your body and brain wouldn't be static, they'd be platforms. You could monitor your mood, cognitive sharpness, energy levels, and physical health through an internal dashboard. You'd receive alerts when you're burning out, nudges to adjust your focus, or suggestions to fine-tune your emotional state. Forget checkups once a year, your entire physiology could be tracked, optimized, and updated in real time. But this future isn't guaranteed. It's not just about innovation, it's about intention. The shape of this human OS will depend on decisions we make now about three crucial areas, such as regulation. Who sets the rules for what's safe, ethical, or even legal when it comes to enhancing humans? Will governments keep up with the pace of innovation or lag behind, reacting only after the consequences arrive? Access. Will augmentation be available to all or only to those who can pay? If these tools become essential to learning, working, or even just staying healthy, equitable access will be a defining challenge of this century. And public trust? None of this works without societal buy-in. People need to believe these technologies are safe, transparent, and used for the right reasons. If trust is lost through misuse, privacy breaches, or elitism, the system collapses before it even begins. So the question isn't just what's possible, it's who decides. Who writes the code for the human OS? Who manages the updates? And who gets to opt out? Because if we don't shape this future with care and foresight, it won't wait for us. It will shape us. The era of human augmentation is here. The only thing left to decide is how human we want to remain, crossing from healing into enhancement, from wearable to implantable, from man to cyborg. If this sparked your imagination, like the video and subscribe for more deep dives into the future of bodies, brains, and everything in between. Tell us in the comments, what human ability would you enhance first and why? Thanks for watching. Stay blessed, stay curious, and stay upgraded.